Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for October 19th. So, let's get started.
This day in history!
On this day in history, October 19th, 1781, British General Charles Cornwallis surrendered at Yorktown, Virginia. Cornwallis's surrender at Yorktown effectively ended the Revolutionary War. Lacking the money to support a new army, the British government appealed to the Americans for peace. Also, on this day in 1849, Elizabeth Blackwell graduated from Geneva Medical College in New York State. She was the first woman to receive a medical degree in the United States. In 1857, she and two other recent medical school graduates opened the New York Infirmary for Women and Children, a hospital staffed entirely by women. And on this day in 1936, Johnnetta Cole was born. She's an anthropologist. That's a scientist who studies human behavior. And she's an educator. She was the first African-American woman president of Spelman College in Atlanta, the oldest private liberal arts colleges for black women in the U.S. As an anthropologist, she did field work in the villages and towns of Liberia in West Africa. Today on Word Power, we're going to look at an enormous word. It's Google. A Google is actually a number. It's a 1 with 100 zeros after it. Now, if I win the lottery, I hope that I win a Google dollars. Sometimes in the spring when I start sneezing, it feels like there are a Google specks of pollen in the air. A Googleplex is an even bigger number. It's a 1 with a Google zeros after it. Do you think that one person could count to a Googleplex in a lifetime? Well, there's only one way to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the longest snake on Earth? The answer is the python. The longest python ever measured was 33 feet long, which is about 10 meters. These enormous reptiles are constrictors, which means that they squeeze and suffocate their prey instead of injecting it with venom. Like most snakes, they eat their prey whole. Well, just to give you an idea of how massive these snakes are, pythons have been observed eating deer and gazelle. Imagine how wide you'd have to open your mouth in order to fit a deer down your gullet. Pythons live in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Australia.
Health tips.
When your nails start catching on things, it's time for action. Here's what you can do. Number 1, ask your parents for help. Clippers and scissors are sharp. Number 2, trim your nails straight across, but round the edges a little. Number 3, don't cut your nails too short. That can hurt. And number 4, once your nails are trimmed, use a nail file or emery board to smooth any rough edges. Today on Earth Alert, we're going to look into something fishy. People all over the world eat fish because it tastes great and it's good for you. These days, there is so much fishing that some kinds of fish are in danger of disappearing off the face of the earth for good. Now, one way to give those fish a chance to bounce back is to create fish farms. On fish farms, fish are raised just like cows and pigs and chickens, except, of course, in the water. Now, some people think that fish farms are a bad idea because there are so many fish in the big farm fish tanks that they can get sick more easily. So if you don't want to eat farm fish, another idea is to eat wild fish that are not in trouble. Tilapia, halibut, and mackerel are all kinds of fish that are not in danger and that are good for you too. You can learn more about the kinds of fish that are not in danger of becoming extinct at www.oceansalive.org. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.